Senator Rounds from South Dakota is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, to all of you and to your families, thank you for being here. To the families, this can be a pretty emotional time period for the folks that are up here in front because they don't have any idea at all what kind of questions they're really going to get. They've had a chance to meet with most of us beforehand, and they get an idea about what it is, but there's always that trepidation, and you all get to put up with them during that time period, so we thank you for that. Ms. Johnson and Mr. Ito, thank you for being here. I'm not going to have many questions. I'm not going to have any questions for either one of you two, so you can relax for just a minute here. Ms. Romero, appreciate the opportunity to visit with you. As you know, the federal banking agencies, including the FDIC, have proposed a comprehensive revision to their capital rules that would substantially increase capital requirements. This revision is known as the Basel III endgame, and we talk about it a lot within the banking institutions, but not a lot outside. We know that there will be material changes made to the entire proposal. Just Tuesday, Chair Powell says that he supports another comment period. If confirmed, would you support another comment period?
Thank you, and I really appreciated when we met in your office and were able to talk through some of these deep, complex issues. I think a reproposal is always on the table when you have a rule that's proposed and you get that many negative comments. And so, you know, there is the Administrative Procedures Act and the logical outgrowth doctrine that would have to be applied. But I'm not. I think it's on the table. I'm not looking to get something done fast. I'm looking to get something done right.
Okay, look, in this particular case, you would be expected to make a decision rather quickly as to whether or not that's going to occur. Your nomination is up right now, and they're in the middle of making this decision right now. So you're going to be put in a really tough position here. And if you haven't done the background to decide whether or not you would support a continuation or not, that's going to be a problem.
Well, Senator, I'm not, I've done the background on what's going on with Basel. I'm just not privy to the changes that are being made, and do they fall within the logical outgrowth doctrine? Do they not? But what I can assure you is I am very open to a reproposal, but if confirmed, I would need to get in there and sort of understand this. But I'm not looking to rush something through for the sake of rushing it through. I'm looking to make sure that the regulation is long-lasting, it's going to work, and I want to understand all the unintended consequences.
There is another possibility on that because that decision is going to be made very, very shortly. And I recognize that they're asking you to move into a position rather quickly in this particular case. If you are confirmed, and we need to move forward quickly in this particular case just because of the timing. This has been around for a long time, but it's coming up now. Would you recuse yourself from voting and allow Vice Chair Hill to finish the work on the Basel III endgame proposal? Would you commit to that?
Senator, I think if I'm confirmed as chair, there'll be a decision made at the board level. I don't see a reason to recuse, but I can tell you what I'm trying to explain is I haven't seen the changes. I'm certainly inclined to have a reproposal whenever there are this many comments, and then there's going to be broad material changes. That's my inclination.
The broad material changes appear to be necessary if this is going to move forward at all. I think that's pretty clear because I think over 95% of all the requests recommended making major changes in multiple different areas on it. Okay. In light of Ms. Romero, in light of the recent Supreme Court ruling on Chevron deference, agencies like the FDIC will need to make certain that they are complying with congressional intent. If confirmed, do you commit to implementing the Economic Growth, Regulatory Relief, and Consumer Protection Act, that's S-2155, as intended by Congress? I'm just curious, this really is a case of where there has been a rulemaking change in the way that it's going to be viewed in the future by the courts. Intent is really going to be important. Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, thank you for that question, Senator. Yeah, I really believe in that we are limited as regulators to the laws that are before us, and we always strive to look at congressional intent. Everything I do now is to sort of say, okay, well, what's the authorization here from Congress, and how do we stick with it? S-2155 is the law of the land. I'm gonna comply with it. I really believe in the sentiments behind it in terms of tailoring regulation, as we talked about it. All banks are not the same. And I also want to understand the unintended consequences of all these rules.
So if confirmed, would you commit to consulting with Congress if you view intent is not clear?
100%, Senator.
Thank you.